Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new reaction video. As you can tell by the title, it's another Jacksepticeye video, and this video really caught my attention because of the title alone, his setup. Now I remember he has been teasing for a while that he was going to do like a setup video showing off his setup and shit. And I was just wondering what kind of shit that he uses, what's the kind of shit he uses to make these videos. And it may like give me, I guess, help and try to follow in the footsteps of him. Well, you know, shit like that. I don't know. I've always wanted to improve and get a good setup like them, but I don't know where to start. So I might as well maybe go here. So I don't know. But anyways, let's just get right into it. So without further ado, let's react to this video, shall we?
People often ask how I record my videos, or even where I record them, and before I've done setup tours of where I've lived and the different setups that I've had, but not a lot has changed over the years, so I never really did an updated
That beard is really
till
fully.
now. So I'm not going to show you my whole house, because I've done that in the past,
and
I was only renting places at that point, and then people found out where I lived, and the house and everything. But I'm not going to show you my house now because it's my own personal, private thing that I want to keep for myself and not have people show up at my doorstep anymore.
That's fine.
I can show you my recording room and my recording setup and what everything that's involved in goes in here. What am I saying? Of course, first things first, you see the whiteboard. It says meme on it right now. I haven't changed it in a really long time. But I also wanted to show you what's on the outside of my door before you enter, because I have
The Office.
I have a little placard that says The Office, because this is my office where I record, but it's the logo for the Office show, because
yeah.
This is the camera that I use. It's a Sony A7R II. I know a lot of people have been asking about this camera and the quality of it, and it's really, really nice quality. It's a fantastic camera. Sometimes, back in the day when I got it, it's kind of overkill for Let's Plays. But, I mean, the quality speaks for itself whenever you see the footage. My background is not great for it, because it's kind of just a plain background. If I had more, like, lights going on in the background, the depth of field would be super nice. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Huh. It's a Sony A7R II, and it's using the Sony Zeiss 1.8 55 millimeter lens. So, any of you who want to know that kind of stuff, this is the camera that I'm using. It's absolutely phenomenal. The thing about this lens, though, is that it's a square, like, crop zoom lens. This lens is a wide angle, so everything comes in from the outside and you can see super far and I can stretch everything. But the lens on this other camera is basically like this. If I had that camera here in front of me now, it would be like this. It would be super zoomed in, but at enough distance back, it looks really, really nice. I've had other lenses on the camera and they look great, but I like the closeness of it because it's just on my face and I don't want to distract from what I'm recording. And then the monitors are just kind of sitting on a floating mount back here, this mount right here, so they don't actually have stands underneath them, which gives a lot of clearance and a lot of stuff can fit under them, which I really like. And then the camera is just sitting on like a solid arm that's on the back there. I want a different arm though. I don't really like this one because whenever I shake the table, like the whole camera shakes. But it's nice because everything is attached to the table then, whenever I want to do standing content. So you've seen me do this before. I have a standing desk, which I absolutely love. I don't use it for every single bit of content because I don't need to, and I like sitting down every now and then. Standing all the time is not that nice. But it comes with this little dial here that you can dial in whatever height you want. So I set it to the height that I wanted the first time I got it, and haven't really changed it since, so it just remembers it, and then you just press. And then everything goes up.
Cool.
And now I have a standy boy. I can just sit here, or stand here, and do some content. So I like doing the standing stuff for, like,
that'd be a pain in the ass.
Something that's not really gaming, because I like being able to, like, bounce around the place. I like being energetic. Standing up and doing content gives you a different atmosphere, a different vibe, a different...
So I guess when you do VR videos, then it goes up.
To the whiteboard and things like that. So some of the shorter style, faster paced, higher edited kind of things, I like that. I like the jumpiness that's in it, and I like standing up and recording stuff, and it gives me a lot more room to, like, I don't know, be animated, be energetic.
Be animated.
Which I really like. But thing I like about this setup is that everything is attached to the desk. So as soon as I hit the thing to go up, everything goes up together at the same time. So now everything is at the same height. I just set it once, and then no matter how much I up and down the desk.
What the hell is that on the side, on the right?
So I really like that.
That little like turntable thing, whatever. That Sony thing.
Whenever I need it.
The audio mixer there.
Drums have a lot of like locking mechanisms in them, so that when you have it set up the way you want, you can put all these things in place. And then every time you tear down your drums and put them back up again, they're always in the same place. So that's what I kind of wanted to go for with this setup. And everything, lights, camera, action, monitors, everything is all attached to the same system, so it just all stays in the one place all together. This down here is just a transformer that changes voltages from different countries. So because this mixing console that I just got is American, I needed something to convert the voltage and make sure that everything was safe and sound. But it's just a nice thing to have.
I see the PMA logo.
This, of course, is the pièce de résistance, where all the magic happens, where all the beauty gets made. And this PC was sent to me by Origin. They hooked it up for me and
they got the PMA logos on there.
Just for me. So here's a little something I prepared earlier. Roll it!
Huh.
I keep missing.
That Spider-Man t-shirt. What are you, Indiana Jones? It's the Ark of the Covenant. Oh, it's the Ark of the Covenant. Looks cool.
I've been using this PC for a little bit. Don't let the size fool you. It's not that big, but inside it is powerful. It's
a very powerful PC.
The strongest PC that I have ever used in all my years of
GeForce RTX.
It's the smallest one and the strongest one that I've ever used. Because of all of the components that are in it, it's a monster. As you can see, it has a PMA logo at the bottom. It has both PMA logos because I really like that. They wanted to put like Jacksepticeye on it. I was like, that would look cool, but I like the sleekness and I like the minimalism of the PMA.
You could have just put at least one Jacksepticeye stand on it. You didn't have to put it all over the place.
What's in the computer? So the first thing you can see is the EVGA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti, which is the strongest graphics card on the entire planet right now.
Wow.
It is an absolute monster. I love computers. I love making computers.
Here I am on a shitty ass laptop with probably the shittiest Intel Pentium
and how they all work together and everything. This
and a Pentium inside the computer.
Nuts. And I don't say that
on Windows 7.
I've used a lot of graphics cards in the past. I started off with a 560 Ti. I've had some of the 900 series cards. I've had a 1080 Ti. This thing blows everything out of the water. And the reason that I wanted a 2080 Ti in my system is because I play a lot of different games. So I play a lot of high-end games, I play a lot of indie games, I play a lot of games in between, and I needed something that was able to handle everything.
Yeah,
really,
you need something
really
that really
well.
can handle
I can play
like any kind of game.
Games right now at like 120 to 144 FPS, which is what my monitors are synced to. And it just breezes through all of them. But not only that, but I do a lot of recording as well, and a lot of streaming. So the 2080 Ti, because it's an NVIDIA card, I can use the NVIDIA encoder that comes with OBS that has insane, like, efficiency when it comes to frame rate. So a lot of recording softwares out there kind of take, like, a chunk of frames off your games when you're trying to record them and make them super sloppy. But the 2080 Ti, as well as the NVIDIA encoder, don't slow anything down at all. So whenever I hit record, and I use NVIDIA Shadowplay to record regular Let's Plays.
Shadowplay.
So between the both of them, I needed an NVIDIA card for that. And I also wanted something that was super strong and wouldn't slow down anything. So this card, every time I start recording, doesn't slow down a single thing. It's just flawless all the time. It's so smooth. I barely even notice when I'm recording versus when I'm not recording. It's crazy. So I really needed a really strong graphics card like that, and I'm really glad that I was able to get this one in this system. Also, can we just appreciate my cable management here for a second?
Yeah.
Look how nice that is.
How nice and organized
it was. There's like 15 cables coming down out of this. I need to do something about the plugs though. I don't like that they're just sitting there. But none of the plug...
Try to get what Ethan got recently, like those little... like that connect, like they share them.
But this is really nice. And then when I lower the desk, Everything's just all connected and everything's nice and dandy. It's so nice and clean. But I think I covered everything. I think I went over the majority of stuff. I'm sure I've missed something somewhere, and I regret not doing it. Oh, I have forgotten something. So, whenever I record VR stuff, I don't use this mic because I move around a lot, and this mic is just going to be pointed at me in the room, and it's going to miss out on a lot of dialogue or whatever. But I use this, which is a Shure BLX4R, which is just a lot of fancy numbers to basically say it's a lavalier mic. It's a lav mic, and it comes with its own wireless pack that you can see right here. So, a lot of you have probably seen these when it comes to live shows or it comes to
those types of mics that you put on your collar.
Just picks up the signal from that box that I just showed you, and then sends the signal to my computer, and then I can use this as my microphone. So this just attaches to my lapel or my collar here, and then you can hear me no matter where I turn, because VR is a lot of like back and forth and moving around. So you need a mic that you can actually be able to hear things with. It's not as good as a regular like fixed condenser or dynamic mic, because it's smaller and it just isn't sending the same sort of signal strength. But for VR content, it's really, really good. And having a lav mic really just improves the quality. So any of you who are doing VR content, I highly suggest using a lav mic.
Okay.
Sometimes I think about using it even just for regular like standing content, because I go back and forth a lot. But I also kind of like that when I go back here, the mic kind of loses me. I don't know. It adds a fun element to the video and a fun bit of like, again, dynamics. It keeps stuff like flowing up and down. If it's just at one level all the time, even if that level is high or low,
the books on the side.
So I like the up and down of everything. So if you want top tier, high quality mediocrity, you come to the right place.
Mediocrity.
And other than just all the hardware bits and everything, I just use like Photoshop, Adobe Audition for my mic, and then Premiere to edit. So
and Robin does some of the editing too.
This is all stuff that most YouTubers have. The setup I have is not incredibly unique.
Mark has Premiere as well.
And most YouTubers or streamers have a similar setup with like 2 monitors,
or 3,
camera, 2 lights, 1 light even. Like it doesn't take a whole lot to be able to do this. But what I also want to reiterate and say to people now is that you don't need all of this stuff to do YouTube. If you want to do YouTube yourself, and you're starting off and you're looking at other people's setups and you're looking at this video and you're thinking, okay, Sean has that and he records like this, so I need to get all these things. You don't need all of this.
You don't have to necessarily get
all you need is a camera. If you want to show your face, you don't even have to show your face. Some lighting to light up your face.
Good lighting, microphone,
you don't even need a camera,
computer, good camera that can actually focus on your face.
Work your way up to a webcam if you want to. But a decent microphone to be able to record anything, and then just a computer that's able to handle whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And there's always free softwares to edit, record. You can use Audacity for your microphone to record.
I use Audacity.
So if you really want to do this kind of stuff, if you really want to do YouTube or stream at all, then just go for it. Figure out whatever you have. Whatever you have, use that. Even just using a phone these days. You can even live stream from your phone on YouTube and Twitch these days. So just do that. Have fun. Do whatever you want. You don't need super high-end, super expensive equipment to be able to do this at all. I just try to go for the best because I want to make the best content that I have and also future-proof myself. So I don't want to constantly have to change around computer parts. I want a computer that's going to last me the next 5 years, if not more, and a microphone that I'm not going to have to change, some quality equipment that I'm not going to have to move around, a camera that's really high quality, not only for my face, for my webcam, but also whenever I want to do anything else like higher budget or any sort of live action content or stuff that's not just sitting here at a computer, then it works out really well, or any sort of vlogs or anything like that. The camera that I'm recording this on is a Canon G7X, so small little camera, but the quality of it for the price and the size of it is really, really good. And other than that, that's it. I eat porridge in the mornings. I have regular bowel movements. Ow! But that's it. That's my setup. If you guys want to know anything more or anything that I've missed or anything like that, you can probably just ask me in the comments and I'll try and answer them whenever I can, or on Twitter or anything. But again, nothing super special, nothing super crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope that you have a good day. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
please make the sound effect, because then I know what I'm doing.
No, Jack. So, that's what he uses. He uses high quality cameras, like a Sony camera that has a lens that can zoom, that's kind of zoomed in. And he uses a very powerful PC. Well, that's just the pretty much, he just uses the best equipment needed possible for this. He wants to make the best content possible. And obviously, based on any videos that we've seen of his, clearly that's the case. We see that. And especially with the live action stuff, like any of the, like especially with some of the ego stuff that he does, or he used to do, I don't know. Like, you could tell he wants to do, like he does more, that he wants to do more than that. And obviously, he even mentioned about when he does VR videos, he has to use a different microphone. He uses like some microphone that connects like Bluetooth in a way. I don't know, like some kind of Bluetooth mic, like clip-on mic, and you put it on and it will send in like a little like signal to the computer and say, hey, microphone is on, and start recording the voice, blah blah blah, stuff like that. But the montage of him opening up the damn giant ass crate of his giant ass powerful PC with the PMA logos, of course. Ah, man, Jack. And I like that desk that he has, where you could just click a button and it goes up to a certain level and goes back down. I'm guessing when he has to do like VR videos, he has to put it up all the way up, in a way, so that you could see far off. I don't know, like, that's what I get from it. I don't know, like, he may like raise it up a little bit for like VR videos, but like for normal Let's Play videos, or better yet, like any of his like comedy or Jacksepticeye Funniest Home Videos or memes or whatever, or just random videos, he just uses his normal way of, like, the normal setup for the table, the normal level. It's pretty windy outside. I have my window open, so, because it gets hot in here. Especially with the temperature rising, because it's almost summer. So, I keep my, well, what about the air conditioning? I don't know what's going on. I'll still never forget that one time that my dad wanted me to get out of this room because he just did it in a rude way. Like, he's like, get out of the room. And I say, why? And he's like, because I said so. And I'm like, you gotta give me a reason why. But he just made it, he didn't say anything else but that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But then he eventually told me, like, because your freaking AC vent is not fully open and pretty much it's shooting out asbestos and stuff. And I'm like, you could have told me that originally instead of just making a big fuss about it. But they fixed it, and it gets so cold in here. But anyways, what can you say? So Jacksepticeye. But by the way, I don't know if I've told you this already, but my stepfather actually calls me Jack. Ever since I met him, back in 2001, he's always called me Jack. And I don't know why. And I don't know why he does, but I've always wanted to know why. Like, but he always calls me Jack, and he still to this day calls me Jack. And no, it's not because of him. This is way before he even considered doing YouTube. He was still probably in high school at this point. Him and Mark were probably in high school at the time, while I was a little 5-year-old bouncing around like an idiot. But he called me Jack, and he still does. which is a weird thing, but I don't know. But anyways, I think that's it for today's video. I like his setup, it's pretty cool looking, and I hope it inspired, like I hope it's like, I guess, I don't know what word to use, but I hope it helps me with what I want to do and what, it's just like, obviously he's like, if you're trying to like get a good setup for your recording room and shit, like, you don't have, like he even said, like, you don't have to get that, like, exactly everything. You can just, hell, you can even just use your phone. Like, you could just start slow, normal. You can start like at a small level, like I have, and still am, unfortunately. I want to get better equipment. I want to improve. I want to change the seat, like I want to get like my own recording room, my own office, like in a sense. I want to get my own recording room and stuff so I can record all my stuff in here. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be recording in my own bedroom, because that's been the location of all my videos for the last pretty much my whole life. My whole time on YouTube, I've been recording in my room, my bedroom every year for my whole YouTube career. I've been doing that. Back in my old room, and then for the last 2 years, I've been doing it in here. Nothing changes. It's unfortunate. But I want to improve. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure also check out my Instagram, because I make clothes and Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also do reenactments and cosplays on there, so go check it out. Be sure also check out my Tumblr, it's in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!